right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like with the release of Wuthering Waves 2.2 and one of the best story patches we've ever had in gacha gaming, I believe that Kuro has some exciting stuff planned, ready, in store for us. And that's because they've got a survey good to go. I'm not really sure what it is. People have said there's a lot of good surprises. And so let's just go ahead. Let's get right on into it. Let's get ourselves flashbanged real fast because we've got some feedback to give to these amazing developers. So with that, my apologies for burning your cornea or your retina, whichever it is. I took one biology class in high school. I didn't take any physiology. And let's just get right on into it. What is your age? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I remember the last time I filled out this survey. Oh boy, oh boy. My chat's not gonna like this. Let me pick a number. That was not the one that I chose last time. Yeah, I think the number that I chose was like 29 or like 30 last time. Let's go for 28 this time. There we go. What is your gender? Male. How often would you like to see new paid outfits in Wuthering Waves? 2 to 3 outfits per version update, 1 per version update, 1 outfit every 2 to 3 version updates. I'm gonna be real here. I'm kind of like in between these two options. I think it's 1 outfit every 2 to 3 versions. I think that's kind of like the golden number for me. I think 1 every version update, it could make them feel a little bit diluted. And in a lot of ways, there's a lot of stuff that you'll want to buy sometimes, and a lot of people will want to buy every single skin. But if there's a skin every update, then it might feel like, you know, there's too many. There's just too many of them, too many things to actually buy. Having them be a little bit more selective, but not as selective as like Genshin Impact, I feel like people need time to save up for these because they're around, you know, like 3,000 Lunite or something like that, maybe 2,700. And the devs will be able to have more time to be able to do like the research to understand what the players actually want, who some of the most popular characters will be, and get a bit more like bang out of the buck for every single one that they're giving, or every single one that they're offering up for sale. So I would say, yeah, 1 outfit every 2 to 3 version updates sounds like a good sort of balance to me. We want to give them as much time to make them as high quality as possible because the first one we've gotten, Jinxie's, is really nice. All right, holy shit. What are your preferred themes for Wuthering Waves outfits? Historical, traditional Eastern clothing, Western, modern, school campus, band idol, special forces, or secret agent. Ooh. Festival celebration, swimwear, sports, modern fashion. Oh my gosh. All right, let's just go through all of these categories and just break down what I think is going to be cool. Traditional Eastern or Western clothing, I'm a little bit, it's okay, right? But it's not like the best vibe to me. I feel like it can feel like traditional clothing can feel a little bit out of place depending on like how it's integrated. And I feel like it's too general of a category for me to like really actually want it. Maybe if they showed like some examples of what they were thinking, I'd be more in line with this. But I don't even know what traditional Western clothing even is. What is traditional Western clothing? Like fucking like medieval, like fucking Kingdom Come Deliverance? Like barmaid, like tavern wench? Like is that what we're thinking about over here for like traditional Western clothing? Like Game of Thrones shit? Right? Guys, jeans and a jacket is modern. It says traditional right here. Like that means like fucking Game of Thrones, like peasantry shit or something like that. So I'm not really too big of a fan of those ones. Like Jinxie skin is traditional Eastern clothing, I believe. Yeah, I feel like I would have to see more examples to vote for this. Let's get into modern. School campus, not really. I feel like that's gonna get like people posting like weird shit on like Twitter again. And I feel like that's just like something I don't even want to be bothered with. I don't want to have to like deal with it. Yeah, I feel like this is just going to end up being weird. You can, yeah, band or idol, that's fine, right? I think band or idol is good. And it's sort of like will capture enough of like the school essence without it like going full overboard and making people, you know, like, hey, police, like it will like avoid that. It's the same sort of like vibe, but it is, you know, it doesn't have as much of like the weirdness to it. Special forces or secret agent. Not really too sure about that one. Festival or celebration, I think that's cool. Swimwear, of course. Sports, nah. But modern fashion, suits, gowns, office attire, yeah, I'll take my characters in a suit. I'll take a Carlotta or a Shorekeeper or a Camellia in gowns, like ball gowns, that sort of thing. I'm good with that. I think these four I'm cool with. Sci-fi. Spacer exploration, steampunk, atom. What the fuck is atom punk? What is diesel punk? Is diesel punk like fucking ZZZ, Sons of Caledon? I assume that's what it is. Apocalyptic post. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what half of these are. I think steampunk is sort of cool. I could see that actually working out pretty decently. I guess cyberpunk too. I don't think space exploration is like, I think that's a little bit too vague. Yeah, I think steampunk, cyberpunk, and maybe post-apocalyptic. I think I'll choose those ones. Mythology. I think Chinese mythology is too close to traditional Eastern clothing. But Greek mythology, yeah. Norse, and I think Egyptian could be cool. I would actually choose all of them except Chinese. And I'm not saying that because I don't like Chinese mythology. I just think that Chinese mythology outfits just kind of look exactly the same as the traditional. So it's kind of like a little bit too double dippy, but like Greek, Norse, and Egyptian, yeah, I do think it's solid. Collaborations with other games, yeah. Give me a Devil May Cry skin. Give me a Virgil skin. Give me a Virgil skin or a Dante skin for somebody. Imagine a Dante skin for Brant. Imagine a Dante skin for Brant. And instead of an anchor, he like uses his motorcycle. And we all know Dante has like the gun and the sword too. Collaborations with anime, that'd be cool. Cultural institutions, museums. The fuck? No. Consumer brands, I don't need a KFC skin. I'm good. All right, other, little bit too open-ended for me to answer other. But I think that this is kind of like the setup that I would go with. If I knew more about the traditional clothing, maybe I would select that, but I feel like that's just way too vague for me to select. And of course, we could always have like the whole like Nier Automata, all that stuff. I do think like the collab one is very exciting, where we could just have skins for some of the units and kind of like do a little bit of that moving forward. That'd be cool. That's looking good to me. I don't know what Atom Punk or Diesel Punk are, so I'm just not going to select them. The promotional art on Wuwa Twitter are from Consumer Brands collabs, so you might want to double thought on that. I just don't want like a KFC or like a very like overtly brand inspired skin in the game. I just feel like it would be like, it would feel like a little bit weird. Like a little bit like I'm now playing a character and the character is now like a walking advertisement. I don't know if like that's necessarily the vibe that I want in the game. So yeah, that's just why I'm not selecting it. Let's move forward now. We've got, what are your main considerations when deciding to buy a paid outfit? Whether it furthers the Resonator's characterization, background information, or personality. That's not really a huge factor that I think about. I like new idle animations. I like new voice lines. I like effects on skills. Of course, it wants to be a character that I actually like using. The method of obtainment, I would like it to be a direct purchase, not necessarily something you have to pull. Whether it is available for a limited time, I don't really care about that. Whether it belongs to a Resonator I often play, yeah, I'm not going to buy a skin for a unit I don't ever intend on using. Whether it comes with a backstory, I don't really care about the backstory too much. I don't need it to be like a story integrated skin. The price, obviously, I think everyone should be considering price. And of course, the appearance. I mean, these are kind of like, I don't know if anyone's not going to select these because the price and the appearance, yeah, they're going to matter when it comes to your decision to purchase unless you're the biggest whale in gacha gaming. Which of these considerations is the most important to you? Whether it belongs to a Resonator I like, whether it becomes a one I often play, appearance, I mean, it's appearance, right? If the skin looks like shit, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, it has to look like good. Even if it's like a cheap skin, if it looks like shit, I might just not buy it. But if it's free, I'll take it. How much do you think the Peach Blossom outfit deviates from Jinsee's original characterization? I like how they have both photos over here. I would say it's some deviation. Maybe some to minor. I think that, you know, it has all the stuff where it's like changing some of her colors. You know, obviously it changes a lot of her particle effects, but I don't think that it changes her identity or personality that much. I think it's some deviation for sure. I don't view it as a bad deviation though, but it definitely is there. How much do you think Exorcistic Adjuration deviates from Sanhwa's original characterization? It's very minor. Very, very minor. This one is definitely tiny. It's just, yeah, it looks like she's just wearing different clothes. What is your preferred extent for an outfit to deviate from its wearer's original characterization? I kind of like a mix between some to significant. I'm perfectly fine with some skins, like completely like changing their hair color or doing all of that. But it's like, I just want like a good mix of everything, right? I don't want every skin to be minor. I don't want every skin to be some. I want some to be a complete. I want some to be significant. I want some to be minor. It's kind of just, I want like a little bit of everything where it's like, you know, maybe once a year you have a skin that's like a complete deviation. And then every once in a while you have a skin that's a minor. And then every once in a while you have some skins that are like, you know, some deviation. And it's just about like having a good mix, having those skins that go like crazy, right? And completely change the character once in a while, but not all the time. And then not having every skin be a minor deviation. So I think I'll just put some. I think I'll put some for now. If you prefer a new outfit to deviate from its wearer's original characterization, in what aspects would you like such a deviation to occur? Combat style, that would be kind of cool. Occupation, personality, faction or allegiances, and honestly, these all sound cool. Imagine we get like old man skin. You get like a little bit of like a gender bent skin. Imagine like people complaining about the male ratio. They do like a gender bender skin for somebody, right? Where a female character gets turned into a dude or something like that. We get like older Camellia, or we get like Fraxidus Camellia, right? That could be neat as well. All of these actually sound amazing. All of these sound actually really, really, really cool. So I'm just going to select all of them. Yeah, they all sound very exciting. Like, I trust Kuro's implementation when it comes to stuff like this. I do think that there's a lot that they can do over here. When do you think is the right time for a paid outfit to be introduced? When the Associated Resonator is available in a Convene event for the first time. Sometime after the Associate. I think both of these, right? After? Why after? After is way better. So you want there to be a skin for the character after the banner has passed. And so if you didn't pull the character, you can't use the skin? No. What? So you can enjoy the original design of the character. I think if they specified that it's on like a rerun, that's okay. The fact that they don't have the specification after the, I'm going to say hard to say or either. I think they need a little bit more of like a specified wording over here. My best recommendation would be on a rerun, but this doesn't specify on a rerun. That's why I don't want to select it. I'm thinking of literally like the character runs, let's just say on January, right? The character releases, and then the skin comes out in April when the rerun isn't there. And so you had to pull the character in January, and the skin comes out in April, and there's no rerun. But if the skin is releasing on a rerun, I think that's fine. But the fact that it's not specified over here means that I can't really make a good answer for it. Yeah, I don't want there to be the character releases on like January, and then the skin is available in like April, and then, but there's no rerun for the character. And so you're just kind of like sitting here like, okay, like I didn't pull the character in January, so there's no reason for me to pull the skin right now. That to me is like the situation I would rather avoid because it seems like shit. So I would say hard to say or either for now because it's just too vague. Which Resonator would you like to see us release outfits for? Oh boy. All right, we're gonna have to choose Gion. We have to choose Chang Li. Jinxie already got one. Cantarella's too new. Verena, go fuck yourself. Zhang Liao, she'd be cool. Carlotta, absolutely. Yinlin, I'm good. She's okay. Brant would actually be fine. Jeja, nah, she's lame. Rover, hell yeah. Phoebe, nah, I'm good. Shorekeeper, Camellia, and I think those are the main ones. Phoebe, you want Phoebe? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Hey, maybe if Phoebe gets a skin that makes her hair not look like spaghetti. Not look like dried out spaghetti. How about that? Yeah, that'll be the Phoebe skin. Make her hair not look like dried out spaghetti. I think those are the main ones. Yes, sir. Do you have any additional expectations or suggestions regarding Wuthering Waves outfits? I'm going to specify the rerun thing. I think that skins should not come with the initial release of the character, but on their first rerun banner. Much like how Jinxie's skin was integrated. You should not have to pre-pull the character to use the skin, and you should not you should not have to pre-pull the character months in advance for the skin. Not even on their first, just on their rerun banner. Because having the skin, but then not having the character rerun in the same patch where the skin is discounted is stupid. That's just dumb. I think Genshin did that, where it's like, it was the Shenhe skin, and then like she didn't run for like 5 more months. That's just dumb. It doesn't make sense. What type of characters do you prefer? Police officer, I'm good. Architect, I'm good. Teacher, nah. Mecha, sure. Assassin. We haven't really had like a dual blade sort of assassin yet, have we? No. Or they could use like claws too. No, we haven't had that yet. Blacksmith or metalworker, nah, I'm good. Idol or singer, I mean, Kachona counts, right? She's cool. Student, maid. Maid's not really my thing. Emperor. We already have sort of like yeah, an emperor would be cool. A mage, a little boring. Ninja, not really too much of a ninja fan. Martial arts practitioner or a knight's errant. That sounds pretty badass. Give me a bald dude that fights shit. Samurai also sounds pretty cool. Cowboy, no, Boot Hill is lame. Dancer, we already have Camelius, not really. Immortal or deity? A little bit boring. I think an immortal or deity is kind of like, it's like their race, and like they end up doing one of these as an immortal or a deity. So I think that's a little bit too vague for me. Military strategist, that's also like too vague for me. Farmer, monster, or demon, I think it'd be pretty cool to play like a bad guy. Clergy, research scientist, doctor, gangster, hacker, pirate. I mean, we kind of already have a lot of these, so I think those will be the main ones because I feel like we haven't really gotten them in the game. Yeah. Gangster, nah, I'm good. Yeah, no, gangsters, I'm good on that. But yeah, I think that this is a general. I mean, yeah, give me General Geshu Lin. Give me General Geshu Lin. Yes, sir. I think these are the main ones, though. I think these are the main ones. These would be cool. I'm thinking about what the game doesn't really have yet that could really benefit from it. That's the vibe that I'm going for right now. All right, how satisfied are you with Wuthering Waves' UI design, including in-game buttons? This survey is going all over the place. It is going all over the place. Overall satisfaction. I'm pretty actually satisfied with the UI. I think that the Wuthering Waves' UI is really easy to activate or really easy to go with. I think that there just needs to be a claim all button for a lot of things. There just needs to be a claim all button. UI needs improvement. It's too simple. You guys are just trolling, right? The chat is just trolling, right? Are you guys dumb? Is your critique of the UI is that it's too simple? All right, nah, this chat is just this UI is too. Nah, you guys are just making shit up. You guys are just making shit up. Yep, you guys are. Yeah, we might need a timeout. We might just need to ban some people mods. I bet these dumb people think ZZZ's UI is awesome. They're like, oh my gosh, look at all the colorful buttons everywhere. Oh, it's so exciting. No, the point of a UI is to be easy to access, to have no friction, to be able to get you to where you want as seamlessly as possible, and not be like annoying. And not make your user experience worse. And the fact that there are people literally in here saying that the UI is too simple just means that you have no idea how UI is supposed to work. That is insane. That somebody can give the feedback that the UI is too simple. That's absolutely absurd to say that the UI is too simple. It's too bland and lacks style. I wish I could show the examples in game because it's good. It's good. And the thing is, I guess there might be like some small buttons or some small additions, accessibility to frequently used functions. That's why I'm putting overall satisfied. That's why I'm putting overall satisfied and not very satisfied. Because yes, they could have some shortcuts to Weewa. They could have claim all buttons, but that's why it's overall satisfied, because those are small things. Those are minor things. Literally the addition of like a single button for claim all or another button for going for a shortcut to Weewa. Those aren't big things that are just like, yeah, that means I'm dissatisfied because they're missing 2 buttons from the game. No, it means they're only missing 2 buttons, and so that's why I'm going to put overall satisfied. Yeah, that's kind of like it. Which parts of the game had failed to provide you with a satisfactory UI experience? Please specify the reason. Oh my god, this thing's going crazy. They have all the photos of it here. Great. Which has failed to provide me with a satisfactory UI experience? I'm glad that they asked this question. Tutorials, they're fine. Pioneer Podcast, it's fine. Utilities, fine. Backpack, please have a way to sort backpack materials differently. By date, by category, etc. Gallery's fine. The store is fine. Synthesis is perfectly fine. Co-op mode, it's fine. Events is fine. Convene's fine. Email linking, we only do it once, but I'm sure it's fine. Databank is also good. Quests are good. Settings, trophies, please add a claim all button. Team menu could be more interactive. Like in Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail with 3D models and unique poses for characters. Resonators, I think Resonators is fine. Camera, oh my gosh, when was the last time I used the camera? I think the camera is actually good in the game. Friends is also fine. Feedback, I think, is also fine as well. Setting the time it's okay. Announcement is also good. Mail, I'm not gonna ask for a fucking mail feature. Map, add a shortcut to Whimpering Wastes in the top right corner next to the TOA. Yep, I think those are the main changes for me. And as you can see, this is a very small list of changes. That's why I would say something like, well, overall satisfied, because this is not a lot. In-game mail searching function, go fuck yourself. Which parts of the game do you frequently interact with? I frequently go into team. I frequently go into the store. I do quests. I do events. Pioneer podcast, convene, backpack, map, databank, resonators, synthesis. Those are the main ones. I don't really know what other ones people are doing. I don't really know what other ones people are typically doing, but those are the main ones for me. Guidebook. Oh shit, where's the guidebook? Oh yeah, guidebook as well. Which features on the resonator panel do you use frequently? Upgrading, I hope. Yeah, upgrading these echoes, resonators, searching for echoes. Yeah, switching weapons, switching. I mean, yeah. I hope you're doing all of these except for checking resonators information. Like, I hope. Which features on the synthesis panel do you use frequently? I don't do potions. I do purification. I don't do constructing. And I do conversion. Yeah, it's purification and conversion for me. Those are the main ones. Which features on the guidebook panel do you use frequently? I don't use echo hunting that much, but I do my dailies. I don't use milestones because I'm done with them. I don't do path of growth, and sometimes I do recurring challenges, though. Those are the main ones. I guess path of growth, too. Those are the main ones. Which features on the database do you use frequently? Data merge. Yep. Sometimes I do the tracking. I think it's just data merge. And yeah, I don't really do like echo tracking and that sort of stuff anymore. I end up using like a third-party tool sometimes, most of the time. So yeah, it's really just data merge for me. Do you have any additional expectations or suggestions regarding Wuthering Waves' UI, either visually or functionally? Yes, claim all buttons, please. Especially for events and weekly challenges. It can be very annoying to repeatedly claim 6 awards just for the weekly challenge. That is just 160 asteroid and level up mats / credits. Yeah, the weekly challenge is probably the most annoying example for me, because the rewards are so small for that weekly challenge, and it takes you 6 clicks to get through the entire thing. And there just needs to be more claim all buttons. Echo leveling should also be streamlined, where we can tune while leveling up echoes at the same time, instead of having a separate menu just to spend tuners to reveal the stats. They should all be done in one menu. All right. But that looks like the end of the survey. A lot of stuff that the devs have covered in this one. We went from skins and like the design of skins and how you would like to purchase skins, all the way into like breaking down the UI and all of the features that need to be updated, what features players want to add, what's causing some friction, what's annoying. This really does seem like another very, very, very consumer-fueled update this time. And I've got to say, devs listened. Right? The fact that they're even asking a survey like this just really leads me to believe that the devs are going to be coming out with some very, very, very interesting stuff in the future that players are really going to like. And the fact that they're asking for our direct feedback to determine what we're going to like, very excited for what is to come. And this isn't going to be like Genshin Impact, right? Where they take the results of the survey and then wipe their ass with it and proceed to integrate none of the features. We've already seen that Kuro is taking all of that stuff into mind, you know, as they're making more and more updates to the game. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have some big changes to paid skins, some big changes to the UI moving into the future. And it's all going to be stuff that everybody wants. Hopefully you all enjoyed my overview and my reasoning for some of the updates that we have coming. Let me know what you all think. Peace.